Hello and welcome to a new stream. And let me say hello to Monelef and Mijo, that you're both here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And Bilius54688 says P. What's up, Bilius? Welcome to the stream. And Mind Mania is over here too. Says what? What's up, Mind Mania? Welcome to the stream. And Nick, you say Blendguard is a bot game. Well, no surprise there. No surprise. And yeah. So what I'm gonna be doing today? Let me show you. Because I have like only 3 tasks for today, and they are about what we were working on yesterday. So it's the recast functionality for the. And Bill used to say, "Who are you?" I'm just a guy on the internet making video games. So for Mind Mania and Bilius that you just joined, it's the first time that I've seen you. Let me show you what the game I'm making is, so you have a little bit more context of what this stream is about. And Mr. Blobby is here, says hi, bro. What's up, Mr. Blobby? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so the game is about like you're this wizard guy over here, and what you have to do is go to these zones. And when you get there, some enemies are going to start appearing. And what you need to do is select different spell combinations or like spells with your directions. So for example, with down, left is gonna give me my regular projectile. I have like, for example, my fire projectile with up, left, up. And that's gonna do like damage over time. I have an ice bomb, which is gonna slow enemies down over here. And the last spell that I have that is offensive is this electricity spell that stuns the enemies. So that's what I'm working on now, and currently I'm just reworking how mana works in the game, so we can like quickly recast spells using that mana. And Mind Mania, you say nice game. Well, thank you. And Bilius, you say cool. Well, I'm very glad you like it. So yeah, for today we are gonna be working on a couple of tasks. So the first one is recast functionality, the one that I've been talking about yesterday. So it's basically when you have enough mana, you can quickly recast the last casted spell. So let's say you casted the fireball, and instead of like inputting the whole combination again, you can just press a key if you have enough mana to like quickly get that spell again. And ANCE, it's so hard to pronounce your name, but you say, yo, is that Unity 6.3? Exactly. I'm using Unity 6.3. And are you also a dev, AN? Here. Yeah. So let's see. What is the first thing that we need? On key press R, if there is enough mana, recast the last casted spell. So what does that mean? Let's go to the spell casting script over here. Spell. It's gonna be player spell cast, and we're gonna need a reference to the last casted spell first. So where can we do this? I think not on mana, but I think on casting we can have the last reference over here. So let's do this. Over here we're gonna do a private. I think this could be how are we going to store this? Because I have the currently casted spell. Currently selected spell is spell data. So I'm going to do the same for the last selected. It's going to be a private spell data, and it's going to be the last selected spell, and it's going to be equal to null at first. So when we cast the spell, we need to assign that. And you say keybinds. Yeah, so for now in the game, what we have going on is we had a previous system before, so you could use your arrow keys for the directions, but now the way it works is with your mouse, you input the directions like up, left, down, and right with your mouse. And I know it's not very like easy to see when you're like in the stream, or when I cast them quickly, but yeah, let me wait for this to load. I can show you there is an arrow that is actually like telling you where you're pointing. For example, if I do this and I do up with my mouse, it's gonna like detect the positions where I'm moving with my mouse, and it's not that sensitive, so it's actually like super easy to use this. So for example, if I were to use or if I were to try and cast the electricity spell, I have to do down, then left, down, down, and left, you know? So the arrow does like shows you what direction you're pointing to. And Mr. Bobby say it's crazy how many people watch sports. Yeah, it's crazy. And Bilius say super cool. Well, I'm very glad you like it. And also Bilius, are you into game dev, or maybe just curious about what's happening over here? Or maybe into the arts? I don't know. You tell me. And Monlef, you say, since I'll be working on a new game and a surprise for 3 people next week, what helpful apps can I use, Roman? Roman GPT. Well, depending on what you want to do, but I would say, well, it's depending on what you want to do, really. Like, it all depends on that. But I think you could use Blender or Unity, or if you want to do like images or something, maybe a GIMP or another image editing software. All right. So also for since I don't know if you noticed, but I did change a little bit of how the menu displays. Let me make this bigger. So the currently selected spell has a little bit more space, and it doesn't cover everything with the border. I think the border was a little bit too thick before, so I changed that a little bit. Now for the important stuff, let's go back to the task that we were doing. And Mr. Blovio say, I was watching a cricket match. 52 CR people are watching. If you don't know, 1 CR is 10 million. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know 1 CR was that. And Bill used to say, nah, I'm not. I'm only 17. Alrighty. Well, you can still like get into it if you want to. It's pretty cool to even as a hobby, just getting into game dev. And that Dowdy Mabu says hi. What's up, Dowdy Mabu? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And when left, you say nice. That good, Roman. Alrighty. So yeah, now that we have the last selected spell, we have to to assign this somewhere. So where do we want to assign this? Let's go over here on mana, or sorry, on spell selection. And where does that happen? Yeah, here. When we select a spell, so we have a valid spell, we have to set that spell as the last casted spell. So how do we do that? We have to first find valid spell. Let's see. Reset. Selected a spell successfully. So here we have it. If the valid spell is trigger spell, we're gonna do some stuff. But here's basically if we have selected a spell properly, we're gonna do all of this. Yeah. Selected a spell successfully. Over here. I'm just gonna make it a little bit brighter so you can see this comment over here. Okay. So what do we want to do? We want to set the currently selected spell. We want to set the spell remaining uses. And yeah, before anything happens, we are gonna do last selected spell equals the valid spell. That's it. And they're matching types, so it's spell data to spell data, so we're fine. And you say no, thank you. Alrighty. Mr. Fluffy, you say, would you rather work on a game for 24/7 or work on it for 10 years, but 1 hour every day? How long is it 24/7 for? I would prefer working on a game for an hour every for 10 years, an hour a day. Because if it's just like 24 hours, like you're not going to get very far. And Moin Life, you say, do you know how to add voice of a person to the game? Yeah, it works exactly the same as normal audio. Like you just have to play the play the sound clip. Like you need to record the audio and then import it into Unity or whatever engine you're using, and select an audio source to play that. So you say only 24/7 for 7 days. I still would think I would prefer to develop a game for 10 years, just an hour a day. Yeah, for a week. Yeah, because 24/7 for a week, I'll probably like die in the just trying to do that. And since it's developing a game, it's like mentally taxing, so I don't think I would do anything good in that time frame. Okay, so now that we have selected that, let's go over here, and we need to have a key to quickly recast the last selected spell. So how is this gonna work? We're gonna do a check on R when we press R. Do we have a check for that? Because we have aim, fire, control, direction, up, left, right, down. We're gonna need another key registered. So it's gonna be over here. We're gonna do controls dot player. That's the action maps that we are using, and I think we have just R. When R is performed, we're gonna add an event, or we're gonna subscribe to an event, and that event is what we need to create. So let's create that event. I know we're gonna need to make this an input action, callback context. So let's do this over here. It's gonna be private void on recast press, and the variables over here is going to be a context of input action that callback context. So I can call it with my with the input system. And over here, for now, I'll just do a debug.log. And I'll say press R in player spell casting. And I'll put the time over here, right there, as time, that time. Now, I need to subscribe to that and make sure I unsubscribe when I disable this object. So let's do on recast pressed. I'll have that there. And over here, controls, that player, that R, performed. So if I press that, I'm gonna like unsubscribe that event. So on recast pressed. And Mr. Blovio say, what would you think the game actually would look like if you actually do it? I don't know. It could be a lot of things, because the only limitation that I have is time. So it could be, I think it would be a nice game, because 10 years is a lot of time. And you have a lot of time to think outside of making the game. You have a lot of time to think about the game. So I think it would be nice. And Flyer is over here, says, what's up, man? As I said, I'm back to the chat today. By the way, what is your height, man? Mine is 6 feet, 6 feet, 7 inches. I know, I'm really tall, man. I'm not very tall. I'm like average height over here in Chile. I'm like 5'10", I believe, something like that. I know I'm like 1 meter, 0.78 centimeters. I don't know how that translates to feet and tall, but I think I'm like 5'10" or something. And Mohammad is over here and says, yo, Roman, long time no see. Yeah, good to see you over here. Welcome to the stream. Bill used to say, yeah, what's up, Mohammad? And more left, you say, for example, when someone is in certain location, a command is executed. Or when a conversation ends, a command is executed. How? When a conversation ends, a command is executed. You just need to like find the events. Like, for example, when you interact, you're gonna on that interaction, you're gonna press play to the audio. And for example, if you have like multiple conversations, you can have you can define like pairs of text with audio, and they're going to be like paired in an index. So for example, the pair of text and audio of index 0 is going to play on the next interaction. Then you like move to, I don't know, index 2, and you're going to play like you're going to use both the text and play the audio. And Nick, you say that means I'm taller than you. Now I can make fun of you for that too. Yeah, I'm not very tall. I know. What height did you think I was? Pretty average in height. Let's see. So on recast press, I want to have a check instead of just debugging this. And I'm 22. Alrighty. So here we're getting some errors over here for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, set audio paused on the pause menu. On enable. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense, but it might be causing some problems over here. Yeah, let's just avoid that. Now, let's do the recast. So if I were to do this, well, nothing is gonna happen. Like I should just get yeah, a message in the console when I press R. So I did get it. It's press R in player spell casting. So we are getting that message. So now instead of casting or using a message, we want to, let's do debug.log. We want to like actually recast or like actually reselect or last selected spell. And Supermotors says, is this Python? No, Supermotors, this is C#. And welcome to the stream. How's it going? And Nubin Kyle says, yo, what's up, Nubin Kyle? Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here, dude. It's been a while. Yeah, you're back. Remember me, though. Yeah, of course I remember you, Nubin Kyle. How is it going? This is C#. It's C# Supermotors. And any new updates or features? We are reworking our like mana system and different stuff. So not like a lot of new stuff. And Bilius, bye-bye. Take care. I'll see you next time. So yeah, we have a couple of new stuff. If you were here yesterday, you haven't seen like anything new. Like we just started like 20 minutes ago, so nothing new. One thing though is I think a pretty cool addition that we had is that now on the crosshair, like on that circle in the middle of the screen that you use for aiming, you can see also how long you have to wait for being able to dodge again. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, let's get in here and let's actually make it like work, you know? So, what are we gonna do? I think we can copy the same functionality over here for like selection. So let's do this. I will isolate the whole functionality of selecting something. So I'll do private void set or select spell, select spell, and we're gonna need to pass a spell data. Here, spell data or spell data. And we're gonna call it over here. But before we do that, handle trigger spell. Before we do that, let me read Mr. Blobby. You say, by the way, what is that square particle that going on when you exit the house kind of thing? Oh, that thing is for leading you to the next zone, the next like place that you have to go. So like you can just follow that thing, is gonna take you there. And Nubin Kyle, you say, yes, bro, pretty good. The game is still on process. Keep it up. Yes, it's still on process. Like I'm gonna be working on this game for like a year or something. And you say, is coding the hardest part of making a game? I think the hardest part, like whoever you ask, you're gonna get a different answer probably. For me, the hardest part is like thinking about like cool stuff to add to the game, like making sure that I can finish the game in the time that I'm set to finish the game. Dealing with AI, like distribution, like making sure people know about the game. I think those are the most difficult part about the game development itself. Making the game sometimes is not the most difficult. And Supermotors, you say, I created a game too, though I'm still working on it. Awesome. And you say, what type of game is this? This is a game about magic. So what you have to do is like cast spells. You go to some areas, and let me show you the particle that you were talking about before, Mr. Blobby. Yeah, this thing is just leading you to the next point. So if you follow that, it's gonna take you there, you know? Like it's always going to point towards the next zone. And yeah, for Supermotors, like this is what you have to do. Like you do some direction combinations, and you get some spells selected. And for now, we have like just 4 spells, and we're gonna probably like change them. But yeah, this is what the core of the game is. You use directions to select different spells, and they are gonna have like different functionalities. And for example, this one makes the enemies slow down. The electricity one makes them like stunned, so they can no longer move or attack you, and different stuff like that. And Larry, you say what? Don't use AI. I'm not using AI, but I'm not against AI. And anti-emoji cat 485 say, hey Larry, what's up, anti-emoji cat? Evil Larry. Yeah, I for some reason I do know the context of that. Okay, so let's go over here, and I want to isolate everything that's related to picking a spell. So I would have to pass everything here. Selected a spell successfully. Spell combo depth. Spell combo depth. Here we are going to do this. I think everything in here is related to selecting a spell. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do select spell. And here, spell data is gonna be replacing valid spell. Let me select every single space over here so we can format this properly for us to read this later. And over here, mana bar, no mana action. Yeah, this is deleted. And we just want to switch the valid spell everywhere here for spell data. Spell data. Spell data. And Larry, you say, gotta go. Well, bye bye, Larry. And anti-emoji cat, you say, I know, but please don't say you're behind me. Nick, you say some reason. Yeah, you sent me like, or well, you sent it on Discord. Like, I don't know, 100 of those videos. And Billy used to say hi. Flair, you say, oh boy, I'm sorry, I'm talking to my child right now. He disappointed me. He got a damn B in maths. I might gotta find an adoption center. What? It's not that big of a deal, like getting a B. Wait, yo, I think we're on the screen. Like, yeah, you're on the screen if you're, yeah, if you are on the horizontal stream, you're gonna be on the stream, like you get your own avatar. And also, if you are on the vertical stream, you're also going to get, like, just go to the horizontal one. I think it's better. Like, you have a better layout, you can see everything better, and you're getting your own customizable avatar. Yeah, so if you want to be on, like, showing up on the stream, you go to the horizontal one. And Supermotors, you say, I'm a follow this and learn, bro. I'm a sub. Well, thank you very much for the sub, Supermotors. Really appreciate it. And best of luck for your learning path. That's actually cool. I know, right? Okay, so over here, let's do... yeah, let's do this. Instead of everything that I had going on here, I will just keep... I'll just keep the comments, probably. And I'll do spell select. And I'll pass the valid spell. Valid spell. Right? It's a valid spell, right? Yes, that is it. So that's what I have to pass. Valid spell. But why is it throwing an error? Cannot convert from spell data to enum utils direction. But this is spell data. And Ahmad is here, says hi. What's up, Ahmad? Welcome to the stream. Also, Foxitos says hi. What's up, Foxitos? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? And Mr. Floppy, you say, how do I customize my avatar? You have to go to, Nick sent it, extension. A link is going to show up in there. And if you go there, you'll be able to customize your avatar. And Nubin Cal, you say, oh, I gotta go. Well, it was a pleasure having you here again, Nubin Cal. And I'll see you next time. Take care and bye-bye. Okay, so let's see. Why is this throwing an error? Valid spells. Or, yeah, this is valid spell. Valid spell is spell data. And it says cannot convert from spell data to enum utils that direction. Oh, it's because this is called select spell, no spell select. Select spell. Bye-bye, Nui Kyle. Bye-bye. And Flare, you say, okay, man, you better not start thinking I'm a grown man with kids, and my height is 6 feet 7 inches. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, 6 feet 7 inches is like giant. You're a giant. And Mohammed, you say, bro, I'll start making a game maybe in July in Game Maker. Awesome. Do you have ideas for the game, or you're gonna start thinking about it? Also, I would like to change the name of this thing. Let's see. Where is it? Spell select is gonna be spell select direction. Direction. Just so it's a little bit more clear what really is this. Okay, so I want to first check that the functionality in here is exactly the same as we had before. In select spell. So let's save this and let's try it out, because if this doesn't work, like, I prefer knowing that it's not working now so I can fix it before I start using that method everywhere. Let's see. So I should be able to just do this. Fine. I can cast it. Everything is fine. Yeah, I think it works exactly the same. No problems. Now that means I can use the method alone. And Gregor is over here, says hello. What's up, Gregor? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? And Nick, you say stream avatars might be broke already. Why? Is it broken? I think now it should fix itself. And Mr. Blobby, oh yeah, it is. Shorts are on there. It was working, or it was showing both then. And Mr. Blobby, you say, bro, how would you write a coding if you want to make a simple button model to say, hello, I'm a button, when you right click it? Well, let me be, yeah, I can show you. Let me see. I can go to my settings menu, for example. There are a lot of things happening in my settings menu, or maybe my pause menu is going to be a better example for you, because I have less things happening. So over here, what I normally do, there are easier ways to do this. So I'm going to show you both, okay? So you have like the context. This is the way I do it. It's a little bit more complicated, but like cleaner. But how I normally would do this, or how you can do this, is you can go in your hierarchy. And for example, I have my pause menu over here. My pause menu, it's on top of everything. I have rest button, settings button, restart button, quit button. So you can go in here. And here, I don't know if you can see this, but I have my buttons over here as a component, and they are just like regular buttons, nothing else. And all of the buttons over here have an on-click thing, and that thing is an event. So when the click happens on that button, it's gonna call something. Now, what you're gonna do when the click happens, you can define over here. So you have to do add to the list in here, and it's gonna create it's gonna create an event. So what you can do is, for example, you can go to the pause menu, like just drag the pause menu as an object over here, and whatever we have on the pause menu, for example, I have send message, I have stop all coroutines, but you can define, for example, if you have on that pause menu, you have a script, you can, if they are public, you can call different methods, you know? So you can define what happens with that button on click. So you would, for example, I can do, let me make this public so I can show you. I just drag the pause menu towards that event. And that's gonna allow me to then select here where it says no function. I can go to pause menu and I can say resume button, for example. And that's what I just defined over here. You know? But I don't really like doing that anymore. Like that will work. And what you have to do is like just grab the component, the text component, and change the text equals the message that you want to put. But what I like to do normally, and what I do now, is you can have your buttons over here. Like for example, I have a private button. That's the type of the component, and I call this resume button. For example, I just assign it in the inspector, and when you have a reference to that, what you can do is say on start, I want to grab my resume button, and I want to say on click, that same event that I just showed you, you can add a listener. And when you add a listener, then what is the listener going to listen for? Is gonna like basically do the resume button. So you just call your function over here. So I don't need to like do anything in the inspector. I can just assign it and it's gonna work. And Gregor, you say, bro, wait, I just realized I think a girl tried flirting with me 5 minutes ago. Well, 5 minutes is not that long ago. Loki nonchalant, trust. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. And Mr. Blob, you say, what? And you didn't realize? And Mohammed, you say, see my DM about my game, please. I generally like don't see this stuff during stream. You say my game would be about multi-universe in an RPG game. There are infinite worlds, and you want to discover some of them. They could be worlds of just suns and death penalties, or it could be a thing so random as seeing aliens in Earth. Well, sounds very, very big of an idea. Like I think it's pretty cool. And how big is the scope of this? Like, how many worlds do you want to have, Mohammed? And Mijo, you say, what is going on? Chat, hold on, let me join in a minute. All right. You say, I'm back. How is it going? How is this going? It's going well. Going well so far. Rigor, you say, no, I sent her a sticker of Toji from JK, and she told me that's you IRL. And then she said that my hoof running in their acceleration or max speed. I low-key don't know if she tried flirting or no. I don't know. I don't have enough context. Like, you shouldn't be asking me. Okay, so let's go we're back to where we were. Over here, when we press R, let's do on recast pressed. Ask yourself that one down, dog. Yeah, I think that's better. Like you're probably the only one that's gonna like really know. Like you have the full context. I don't know. Could be or could no. It could as well not. Dude. You're just glazing yourself now. Let's see. Let's go over here and on recast pressed. let's do. We have to check if we have the mana. So let's do first if current mana is more than the latest or the last selected spell that mana cost is more or equal, we are going to say spell select or select spell, sorry. The spell that we want to select is the last selected spell. And we want to say current mana is less, or sorry, is I'm gonna subtract the last selected spell that mana cost. And I'm not sure if I update mana bar. Yeah, I do update the mana bar over here. I shouldn't update it here though. Should I? I don't think so. I'm only going to update it over here on recast. I do the selection, I subtract from the mana, and I'm gonna update it, whatever it is. And let's try this out. Okay. So if I were to do down, left, left, let me get rid of like everything in here. Now I do R. Okay, I don't really have the mana, enough mana to do the selection. Let me get some mana first. Or I have a spell for that, so let's do that. Okay, so now yeah, let me get this out of here. And I can do R. Okay, if I do R, the last selected spell was the mana regeneration one. So you know, like we have to we have to get rid of that that spell. But if I were to do left or sorry, down, left, left, I can quickly recast it. I still like need to do tweaking, but you should be able to quickly recast this stuff. And Nick, you say, what if I'm hearing? Well, I have the I have the the headphones, but and it's text, but I'm hearing. It's symbolic hearing. You just add a flag to the spell to make it non-reloadable. Oh yeah, that's an option. Like for example, for some of the spells, I will have like can be recasted or something. But the thing is, I still don't want to have the mana regeneration one because like we have a new system for that. For one-time use spells, yeah. Yeah, I think later I will have like a flag or something that makes it so you can't really cast it. Or I could just have it. I could implement it now and then just use it. So I'm gonna do it right now. Let's go here on spell data. And it's gonna be a bool for what? Display data? No. An other. Spell uses, damage, cost, mana gain, lifetime, speed, and spell combination. I don't think we should define speed over here. And it's just a burning memory. It says, you look like Jinxie. I don't think so. I've seen Jinxie. We don't look alike. Like at all. But welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, so over here, let's do Yeah, let's do that flag or that bool. So we're gonna do public float, or sorry, bool is gonna be can recast, and the base behavior of this is gonna be true, and it's a bool with just two O's. So now over here, player spellcasting. On player spellcasting, on R, let's do, or on spell selection, let's do spell or select spell. Yeah, there we are going to do, yeah, last selected spell. We are not going to update if the spell data dot spell data can recast. Yeah, spell data can recast is false. Or sorry, if it's true, it's gonna happen. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. And now I just come here on yeah, here on recast pressed, and I first have to check if last selected spell, if last selected spell equals null, I'm gonna return. So yeah, it shouldn't really like work. Okay, now that we have that, the functionality part of this, I think it's ready. We just have to like make it show in the UI. So let's go over here and let's flag, or let's put that. Let's put that can recast to false in our mana region spell. So it's gonna be here, status effects, spell data, mana region spell. We're gonna have can recast set to false, and yeah, we have magic projectile. I think that's gonna be the only one that we can't recast. I think. Okay. So if I were to get a lot of mana, which we're not going to have the spell on the real version of the game, like when we update this, we're not going to have the mana regeneration. But I should be able, for example, to heal myself a lot of times now. Yeah, 2 times. Just 2 times. Fine. Okay, I think this this might be overpowered. Like right now, because currently it's giving you a lot of mana. Like you can you can just keep recasting and keep recasting with all of this mana that you're being given. You don't really need to, like, now it's broken, like he can like just use this infinitely basically. But we need to tweak the values of how much mana we're giving the player, and also what are the thresholds for like stuff. So what are we gonna do? We are going to put the max mana to something just a little bit higher, because now I still want you to like be able to get a lot of mana from casting spells, just because we didn't have the weapons yet in the game. But as soon as we have the weapons, I'm gonna make the weapons be the primary source, or like the primary tool for you to get more mana. Right. So here, let's do max mana, and we're gonna set that to 250 probably, 250. And Flyer, you say, oh man, how you doing get tired doing this much of coding? Dude, I don't get tired coding, like, at all. I think I could I could probably like do a 12-hour session and I would be fresh. The thing is, or no, if I do a 12-hour session, probably I won't be fresh. But if I do like, I don't know, 3 or 4 3-hour sessions during the day, with like rest between them, I think I would be fine. The exhausting thing for me is like japping over here. And it's not that I don't like being on stream, like I do really like it. It's just that when you're constantly japping, I'm thinking about coding. That's where I get a little bit tired. But if it was just coding, like if it was just coding, I could be here all day. With breaks. Okay, so now we have max mana over here. I want to go into the player and set the max mana over there. And Ludwig says, "What's up, bro? What's up, Ludwig? Welcome to the stream. How is it going?" So yeah, let's go to the player. And in the player spell casting, we're gonna do the max mana. Let's gonna set that to 250, and we are gonna tweak the values for how many or how much mana we are using for recasting. So let's go spell by spell, like just reassigning that. Let's see. So we have for our mana regen spell, we're not going to be able to like recast this, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go to the magic projectile. The magic projectile mana cost, let's say it's gonna be like 30 or something. Let's do 30. Now for our ice bomb, the mana cost, let's set it to like 70. For our healing spell, we're gonna set this to like 100. For our fireball, we're gonna do like 50. For our chain lighting, we're gonna do something like 46 or something like that. And for the rest of this stuff, it's just like part of the other spell, so we don't need to tweak that. And Ludwig, you say good? Well, I'm very, very glad you're good. And tell me, Ludwig, are you into game dev or maybe other type of programming? I don't know, AI, websites, or just like gaming? And you say, finally beat press start in Geometry Dash Sub-Zero. I don't know what level it is, but I'm sure here a lot of people will understand what level that is. I'm not a Geometry Dash connoisseur, but maybe some other people in the community can understand that. And Nick to say, I'm missing 3 screws for the GPU and CPU fans, and I have 3 screws left over that don't fit there. I hate tech. Wow. That is... How did that happen? When did you lose them? And Mohammed, you say, I'm learning GML right now. From You Won't Guess It, drum rolls, Gemini. Well, good luck with that. Good luck. And Ludwig, you say AI? Yeah, Mohammed is learning with Gemini, the AI agent, or like the AI website. And Gregor, you say, did I hear Geometry Dash? Where? Ludwig was talking about Geometry Dash. He beat the level press start in Geometry Dash Sub-Zero. Okay. So let's see. Now, this should be like, it should take more to recast this stuff. And for now, I think... Yeah, let's see. So if I were to do the mana regen, it's gonna take a lot more to even be able to recast this. But I can recast this one. So it's not going to be that overpowered anymore. And this is gonna take a great deal of balancing. But I think it's gonna be fine. Like the weapons should really be the primary way of getting mana either way. Ludwig, you say, do you have Siri? No, I don't have Siri. Me personally, I don't have it. And Gregory say, lol, a press start, low-key the best level. Lol. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Now we just have to make it like show. So what are the plans? Let's do this. Let's go into Notion. On key press R, if there is enough mana, recast the last casted spell or last selected spell. That is there. We have done that. Now we have to put the last casted spell in the UI, so like we can see what was the last selected spell. Fill the bar below the last casted spell that indicates the percentage of. Okay, let's just first put it on the UI. Let me go over here, and I'm gonna disable this too, the settings menu and pause menu, so I can have a better look at the UI. And for now, I think I'm just gonna create. Yeah, let's do it. Create an image over here on UI, and this is gonna be our. How are we gonna call this? Last casted or last selected spell? Last selected spell. So now that we have this over here, let's move this. Let's go into these so we can see this better. I'm gonna move this over here, close to where the current selected spell is. And I want this to not be that big, to be honest. Let's select a color for this. I have the color palette for the game over here, or at least the one that I've been using. It's on Strategy Magic. We have our color palette. Let's select a color from there. Let's do this one. Let's use it over here. So I don't want this to be as big as the current selection. So I want to check what is the currently selected spell. Like what's the width and the height. I think I could, just to make the numbers rounded, let's do 140 and 140. So it's going to be a little bit bigger. And we're going to have a separation of 100 over here. And for the last selected spell, we're going to do half of that, maybe. I think half of that is going to be probably a little bit too small. Let's add 20 and 20 more. And it's going to be from the lowest corner, or from the anchor is going to be the bottom left. Let's do 100 minus 10, minus 20, probably. 25. Yeah, 25. There we have it. Now, let's make it. What is the padding gonna be for this? I think this is gonna be like plus 10 padding, and maybe a couple more, maybe two more of padding. So this is for the UI, just in case that it's not really readable. It's for the UI. And Moinlef says yes. What happened, Moinlef? What happened? So, let's see. Let's do a duplicate of this. Let's just do Control D. We're gonna make this a child of this. And it's gonna take the whole space in here. 0, 0. The anchor is gonna expand through the whole thing over here. And I'm gonna call this border. So the border is going to be a little bit lighter, and we have to select an actual border. So we're going to do panel, and we have multiple panels, but I want a panel that's very simple. Like that's our variations that we have. I want something that's very, very simple. Mm, maybe this one. Let's change the color to a lighter version of this. So maybe we can pick this. It's better if we go and pick the exact color on web. I think this is the color, maybe. Yeah, that's the color. And my life is like I solved the biggest problem I found. I found a voice actor. Awesome, awesome. Where did you find it? So now we have our border, and I'm gonna duplicate the border. This is gonna be the spell icon. And I think what I would like to do is the spell icon is gonna be like down here. Let's do. Yeah, let's just put an image for now. Let's say it's gonna be our magic projectile for now, just to have an image over there. Just to have an image, and I want to make the border. I'm gonna do a duplicate of the border, and it's gonna be called border fill. I'm gonna make it filled. I'm gonna set it to almost white. So what is the lightest color I have over here? Let's check. This is the whitest color, or the lightest color I have. Let's pick that. So now what I can do is it's gonna be a vertical, probably, or it can be horizontal, but I think I'm gonna stick with vertical. Let's do this. Yeah, vertical. So we can do the filling over here. And I think I could go for a darker color, maybe. And why is this border not the same as this? You say, Manuel, I entered a community specializing in that area, and it was difficult to find a girl because of the strict rules, but I actually found her. It was hard, so hard. Well, you were able to pull it off, so congrats. Very nice. And as long as you say hates, same as past days, so I'll go after some time and K bye in advance. Well, as always, thank you for joining, even if it's just for a little while. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining, Asnok. And how is it going? How's it going? How are you, Asnok? I just copied the same image over here. Why is it? Yeah, why did it change? Oh, if I make it filled, that kind of changes the image. Makes sense. My life, you say excellent work. I liked it, Roman. Well, thank you. And Gregor, you say sometimes a break is all someone needs. I don't have homework today. Well, enjoy the free day then, Gregor. Enjoy the free day. So I'm going to make them. I'm probably going to scale this. Like, can I? No, because if I start messing up with scale, this is not going to be the same as it is over here. What if I do 0.99 or 0.995? No, it's still not going to do that to do it. Yeah, actually, it's very weird. I think what I could do is set this image to filled 2, so it would be the same. And then I want to make the border darker, like even darker. I think I'll grab the darkest the darkest color I have over here for UI, and that's gonna be the color I'll use over here. And I'm gonna grab the second darkest for, yeah, the second darkest I'll grab for the border. So border over here, it's gonna be second darkest. And the one on top is gonna be our border fill, is gonna be our lightest color, or lightest purple. There we go. So I think now, yeah, I don't want this to be radial. It's gonna be vertical. And yeah, I think yeah, that's fine. We can use that. And Monilef, you say, see you. I'm going to prepare my exams. Alrighty, it was a pleasure having you, Monilef, and very, very good luck for your exams. Bye bye. See you next time. And Gregor, you say, it feels so nice. Yeah, enjoy. Aston, you say, it's just going on wake up at night and sleep in day. It works for me for now, and I'll change it at the time exam over. My next exam it is it. You say the darkest color will be if you break your motherboard and the thing you can see one the screens on the screen, that will be the darkest color of all time. Yeah, that truly will be the darkest color. Okay, so mm, let's see how this looks in game. Let's pull this up over here. I don't think anyone will see the game in a smaller. Well, why assume? But I don't think most people will see the game in a smaller resolution than this. Most likely. Or you have an OLED screen. Yeah, that too. Okay, bye bye, Asnok. Alright. So now it's just a matter of, I think it could be slightly smaller, maybe. Yeah, I have the feeling that it could be slightly smaller, like maybe 86 and 86. And over here, we're gonna be, let's do 86 over here, divided by 2, plus 10, or what is the pattern? 20, 30, plus 30. That's it. And Mortus Fortus is over here, says, who's this goober? What's up, Mortus Fortus? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? What goober? What goober are you talking about? Let's see. So we're gonna have the border fill v0 set to 0. And we're also going to be showing this. I think it's probably good if we only show this when we are engaged, probably, like engaged in combat. And Mortal Sports, you say, it's going absolutely lovely. Honestly, thanks for asking. How about you? Well, I'm very, very glad that you're doing absolutely lovely. Like it is really, like it really makes me feel nice to hear you are doing lovely. And I'm feeling very fine, very fine. So good. Okay, so I will go over here, and I'll only show them. Let me reread my this on the UI. So last casted spell in the UI. That's done. It is there. Now, field bar below. Yeah, I think I'm gonna replace the field bar because I thought about having a field bar instead of like filling the border before, but I think it's gonna be better if I have the border showing up. And also, one other thing that I thought is maybe on the spell icon itself, I could have two versions. So spell icon, I'll have a darkest version, like a dark version. Or yeah, a slightly darker. So let's do -100 maybe, -100, -100. And what we could do is set these images as is one of this is gonna be dark fill, and the other one is gonna be fill, just regular fill. And Hyundai is over here and says greetings. What's up, Hyundai? Welcome to the stream. How are you? It's good to have you again. Good to have you here again. So yeah, let's do. These images are gonna be filled. We're gonna do vertical. And we're gonna change. One is gonna be from the bottom and one is gonna be from the top. So this one is gonna be from the top. So we can uncover this. I don't know if you can tell, but we're gonna be uncovering this as we get like more as we charge this, you know, as this gets closer to completion. And Hidaya say, what does the game have now that you worked on? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Hidai? And let me show you, because I've been just working on adding one thing. Let me see. So if I do this, yeah, that's the way. And over here, yeah, I don't think I need to have this being filled. Spell icon normal and spell icon fill. Yeah, that's it. So let me show you. Give me just one sec, because I was in the middle of something. Here. So what we have that's new is you can see in the there's a different crosshair now. So if you see now, it's like a circle instead of well, it's just the circle like outline instead of the circle with filling, and it's showing you when you can dodge. So for example, when you dodge, it's gonna get fully purple, and it's gonna get whiter and whiter until it's fully white again, so you can dodge again. Like it's showing you when you can dodge. Also, I added like a whole new like way of casting the spells. Like that is gonna be like the way to cast the spells from now on. So instead of using the arrow keys for casting, which you can use right now, but I don't plan this to still be in the game, it's gonna be with the mouse direction. So you can point up, left, up with your mouse, and you're gonna be able to select the spells. And I think that's gonna be better, like a better system for selecting in this game. And Mohamed, you say gotta go sadly, and I may not get back for a while. Well, it was a pleasure having you here, Mohamed, as always. And whenever you can get back, like, you're very, very welcome to join the stream. So bye bye, and I'll see you whenever you can join again. So yeah, this is the new way of selecting stuff, and we are working on like recasting spells. So the mana system, like the whole mana system is different now. So the way you get mana is by damaging the enemies, and you saw over there the mana kind of like grows when I do attacks. So now what is the mana for? The mana is for quickly recasting the spells that you have casted. So the complexity of the spell casting is really what defines how long it's gonna take you to cast the spells. But if you have enough mana, you can like quickly spam the same spell another time. But it's gonna take like a lot of mana, so you have to like save the mana to use it, like to do the spamming. And what I have planned is when I add the weapons, they are gonna like work, like they're basically going to be your tool for getting more mana. So these, like the weapons, are gonna be your primary source of mana, so you can use that to quickly recast stuff. And yeah, you get mana just by attacking these guys with your spells. Like regular attacks are gonna give you mana, so you can, for example, now you can do R to get the last selected spell again, and that's gonna use a little bit of your mana. And Sipasaurus is over here and says, "Hey man, how's it going? Why is YouTube streaming in mobile format? You are on the vertical stream probably. You can switch to the horizontal one. I left a comment pinned over there. You can like quickly just click that in the comment section, and you'll be taken to the horizontal stream. Or you can go to the channel and like switch to the regular spell, or the regular stream. And it's doing well. I'm doing well. How are you, Sipasaurus? And Hirai, you say, so what if you miss all shots? If you miss all shots, what you will do is like you can just like the spells no longer use mana. No longer use mana. So the only thing that mana is going to allow you to do is quickly recast the spell, but you can cast whatever whenever you want. It's not limited by mana. And Nick, you say, I spell buff when? Not soon, not soon. And Sipasaurus, you say, awesome, appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, man. Hidaya say, alright. Yeah, because I haven't told you about it, but I'm going to like basically rework all the spells, because since I first started, like since I first showed you the game, when I first started like streaming, I told you these spells are gonna be changed. Like they are basically the same thing. My main priority back then, when I like a month ago or 2 months ago, was making that these spells are gonna like have statuses and like the underlying functionality of each spell. But they are basically the same thing now. They are like your basic projectile, your fire projectile, but they are all projectiles. Like they basically are the same, you know? So what I want to do next, like in version 3, is all of these spells are gonna have like their own way of working separately. So they are gonna feel a little bit more unique, and so that way you can use them in conjunction, and they are not exactly like just a projectile. All of them are just a projectile. Flyer, you say, shh, don't worry, I'm always here seeing you. That was a little bit creepy, but thanks, appreciate it. And Nick, you say, I'm waiting for the ice spell. It's horrendously expensive and can't even kill fire enemies. Yeah, it's expensive for what it does. Yeah, trying to spice things up, not only because well, you haven't been here when I talked about what are the plans for the future of the game. I told you like I want to add weapons, but I plan to have like 14 spells, and each one of them I want the spell to be like you're going to be able to use whatever spell you want until the end game probably, or we'll see, but they're only gonna be like 14, and they're gonna work in different ways, so there's like variety in gameplay, because I want to make this game, the full release, be like 6 to 8 hours of content, and for completionists like 12 or something. Okay, so going back to what we were doing, the recasting stuff. Oh, also, the mana goes away when you're no longer in combat. So after like 30 seconds, if you haven't hit anyone, it's gonna slowly decay until it gets back to 0. And yeah, for now, like you're not going to be able to get a lot of mana from everything. Like that's not um the idea is like for you to use the weapons for that. And welcome back to the stream, Mijo. Welcome back again. And Sipa starts to say, do you have games that document for this game? Showing concepts of what you're looking to do, etc. I have multiple like text things in different places. I have conversations with ChatGPT. I have like starred like in my browser. I have starred web pages about things that are related to this game. For example, over here in my browser, I have a folder for everything that I have or everything related to this game. For example, so it's like mixed up in a lot of places, but I have like the idea like really clear. Like I have defined the idea. See, I wish he had. Yeah, so that way you could destroy my whole idea, but I'm defining it. I am defining it step by step. I'm just working on um I'm just working on defining everything into a roadmap so you can see what I'm going to be working on. And it is taking longer than I expected. Like defining everything to what is going to be in the end. It's taking longer than I expected, but it's going to be someday you'll have it. And I also want to put the game on Steam, so there is work that I still need to do. Okay, so what we were doing over here with last selected spell. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go on the code again, and we are gonna need some references. I'm going to yeah, first give me give me a quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm here again, and Flyer, you say your speed of coding must get 0.25x by replying to your dumb comment. No, dude. If I were to like log in, I wouldn't be on stream. Like normally when I try to like when I want to log in, I do things off stream. I'm here to like yap. I'm here to share this with you, so it's really not a problem. In C++, you say, ah, nice. Currently working on a vertical slice for my game Plugs and Sockets, a 3D puzzle action PS2 style game. Awesome. Very, very nice. So how long have you been working on the vertical slice? Like, when did you start it? C++. And Miho, you say, oh yeah, I wanted to complain about this too. The ice spell should at least be able to one-shot the fire guys with a direct hit. This is atrocious. Okay. I will change stuff. Say ice fire doesn't work. They are like opposite elements in this game. So if you attack fire or you attack ice with fire, it should it should do like double the damage. But yeah, I get it. Like I've gotten that comment before. You say started working on my vertical slice today, and it's due tomorrow. So you have a deadline for that. And who's giving you that deadline? Yourself, or is it for university, or I don't know, something? Hmm. Who are you pitching it to? Game studio or publisher? Okay. Let's see. So when we do the recast, let's find where we do the recast. Yeah, on recast pressed. What do we want to do? On recast pressed, like the functionality is there. I think on spell selection, we should update the UI. Let's do on select spell over here. We want to tell the UI. So let's bring up the UI manager. Let me pause this. Let's bring up the UI manager for college. So you're studying game dev or computer science, or what are you studying? C++? Okay, let's see. So on the UI manager, we need let's create its own header, like its own place for this to exist. So below current spell, I'm gonna have a header for last selected spell, and I'll have serialized field. What do I want to have over here? I want to have the container of the last selected spell. So it's gonna be last selected. It's gonna be an image, or sorry, a rect transform really. For last selected spell container, I'll have a serialized field. Private. It's gonna be an image of the last selected spell image. Then I'll have another reference to another image, which is going to be the last selected spell image dark fill. And what else? I have to have the border. So it's going to be serialized field, private image, and it's going to be the border or last selected spell border fill. Now with those, I can like start like changing those. So let's do a function we can call, or a method we can call from everywhere. And so then we call it on the player's spell selecting. And C++, you say you have been for 5 years, game dev. So this is your last year? Is your last year C++? Mm. And also, what game engine do you normally use? Like, what's your go-to? Okay, so here, where would I want to put this? Mm-mm-mm. Change spell, arrow, cross rotation, enable animation, spell slot border fill. C plus RCG, yeah. Awesome. Very cool. Very nice. Mm-mm-mm. Update equip spells. I want to. Hmm. I could have two methods. One just for updating the image, and one for updating the fill, like the fill amount. So I'll have over here a public void update last selected spell uh, spell image, and it's gonna be as simple as passing the. I have a sprite, so let's do sprite, and yeah, we're gonna have a call just for that, and it's gonna be super simple. We want to do or last selected. I think I misspelled this. Let me fix this. Selected spell image dark fill. So we want to update both the sprite in this one, so sprite, and the last selected spell image, the normal one, sprite equals sprite. And C++ say add the minute using Unity with the plans of learning Unreal. But I would like to look into making my own engine for my major personal project. Very nice. It's a huge task, but I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can do it. What do you want to do for yeah, what do you want to do? Why do you want to. Dude, my English is not Englishing today. Uh what do you want to do your custom engine for? Like, is there a specific project that you have in mind? So that's what you have, why you want to have your own custom engine, or just because you want to like have your own custom engine, like just because? And Mortis Fortus, you say, bros, thinking. Whoa, don't stutter. I don't accept that challenge. I know I will fail. And Huda, you say question. If you have a scene with a game object with its script and other components say audio, um, and you have another scene with another object with its own script and components, how would you use the other components of the other scene in the other scene? For example, with scene 1 and scene 2. Um, do you want to use, let's say you are in scene 1. You want to use components from, or you want to use game objects from scene 2? I mean, you can have them kind of overlap as game objects. Mm, but I may not have understand. Yeah, basically. Um. So, in which way would you like to make them interact? For example, you can change values. And this is what I'm thinking about now. Like for example, if you wanted to have I don't know, a door be opened in the scene 2, and you have, I don't know, a lever in scene 1, when you press, or when you interact with the lever in scene 1, you can either I think a save system would be the best idea there. Or there is there is a way to make things don't disappear on load or don't disappear on restart. There's an option for that. You can store information there, and when you switch from scene to scene, you can read those values and do stuff. For example, you're gonna store that interaction from scene 1 and read that interaction in scene 2. You know? And Mr. Bob, you say something horrible happened just now. I prefer not to say. So horrible. You. And me always say, help, what is my YouTube doing? I'm seeing Phantom Roman. Phantom Roman. What? Let me get there. I actually want to see that. Phantom Roman. Oh! What is this? Yeah, I don't know about your stream, Mijo, but it certainly wasn't what I had going on. I hope. In Flyer, you say my English speaking skills always get bad while I need it the most. For example, my speaking English to my teacher in front of my parents during school, PTM. Yeah, it happens like under pressure or when you have to perform, like it actually like atrophiates, like it just goes away. And Cipasaurus to say, using my own custom engine takes away all limitation of using licensed engines, plus any limiting factors they come with. Yeah, true. And Nick say, I can't really open Discord. My RVX client doesn't want me to let me watch Roman. Why? And Mortus to say, why in the Discord there's Roman fit pics, but it isn't. Yeah, it's a scam. It's just a scam. Why were you looking into that? Should I say I understand what you're saying? You're saying store scene 2 and reference it in scene 1 to manipulate scene 2. Kinda. Like you don't necessarily have to have everything in scene 2. But if you want to have things be connected between scenes, you can like have an object that is not going to disappear, or have a save system that is going to when you do an interaction, you're gonna save to that system. Like it's gonna be let me do a drawing. I have Affinity over here. File, new. Let's create this thing over here. Yeah, let's say for example you have scene 1 over here, and you have scene 2 over here. In scene 1, you have a lever. Okay, that is my best attempt at lever. And you have a door in. You have a door in. I don't know how you draw a door. Okay, you have a door. Yeah, you get it. It's just a door. So you're gonna have an like in the middle of this, you're gonna have your data. Okay, so when you interact with this lever, you're gonna send the data over, or you're gonna send to the data that interacted with the lever. And then when you are in the second scene, what the second scene is gonna do is not going to like store things in the data. It's gonna get from the data, like this door should be open. You know, like it's gonna read from that data that is open, and depending on what it is, if it's closed, it's not going to do anything, and if it's open, it's gonna do something. You say save system is less performance intensive? Yeah, but it's I know some people like to like I prefer to do same systems save systems too, but I know that some people like to have objects that don't disappear on load because it's easier for them. I personally prefer the save system like overall. Need to say make a third scene, one that persists. Well, yeah, that would be an option too. That lever looks like a man with no arms doing yoga. Well, kinda, yeah. No, the S doesn't stand for soul. It's a scene. And Hidai say, ah, I see. Thank you. Do you have an example in your project you're willing to share? I don't have. I just have one scene. If I had it, I would share it with you, but I don't have it. I have a save system though. But it's not really. If you want to see my save system, like I can show you, but it's very generic. It's not nothing special. And mainly, I have my save system for storing settings, which is not like really necessary. But I plan to have that so I can expand on it when I expand the game. The save system stores and collects data. Souls collector. Yeah, Souls collector to announce. Let's see. So save manager. And my save manager is pretty much just JSON, like getting data into a JSON file and reading from that JSON file. And I have things separated for key mapping, audio, video, graphics, stuff like that. And here I have, I believe, yeah, it's just that. It's not nothing too complicated, and it's just for the settings. So Mortis Fortress, you say what Souls Collector? Souls Collector is a game I made like a year ago, and uh, people have been constantly like asking me or like talking about Souls Collector 2, which is not announced. Yeah, like save settings, you just get your JSON file. You use JSON utility to JSON, pass that setting save, and setting save is like a custom. Is this basically like I store mouse sensitivity, mouse axis inversion, master volume. It's basically what am I storing, and I pass it as a JSON. Okay, we were here. I want to do a public void. I don't want to return anything. Public void. It's gonna be update. Last selected spell. And Miho will say, wait, would the wizard have to completely kill complete kill goals in order to unlock the other spells that we will get to choose from later? Yeah, it will have to go different places and like defeat enemies, like in settlements and stuff, and some other could be unlocked by just getting to certain places. No, it's not going to collect souls. Okay, it's not a souls collector. And Flyer, you say, do you feel like being a coder makes your personal life better or worse? Do you get time to spend with your family and stuff? Um, it's not about coding. It is hard to like. I try to spend time with my family as much as I can. But for example, I don't really have a lot of time for friends. I don't really get to see them a lot. But they are. It is it is fine. It is fine. Like when I see them, it's better because we don't see each other so much. So it feels like more like I appreciate it more. Uh, but it's not because of coding. It's like because of how long you work normally, and when you're doing a lot of stuff, like yeah, you generally don't have a lot of time to hang out. Yeah, it's okay. Like it's okay. And here you say, no, I think that to rethink my structure. No, I have to rethink my structure. Um, well, yeah, I don't think it's gonna take you that long to implement it, but good luck with the rethinking of your structure or where with your restructuring. And Mijo says, so you're saying the wizard is a soul collector, soul release? No, I didn't say that. Okay, update last selected spell completion or yeah, it's completion. How can I describe this? Is basically how what the completion towards being able to recast it. I'll just call it completion for now. I'll just call it completion for now, and I'll ask for a percentage. So I will do a float percentage or completion percentage. And Bilius, you say I'm back. Welcome back to the stream, Bilius. And should I say Souls Collector sounds cooler than C Sharp Garbage Collector? Of course. I do appreciate the Garbage Collector though. Like it makes me not have to like specify my variables in memory. Yeah, Souls Collector 2 is the friends we made along the way. Should I say I haven't coded in 93 years? Wow. No, but when was the last time you coded? And do you like coding, Hyundai? Okay, so what is this going to do? We're gonna set the border. I know we have the border fill amount is gonna be equal to the completion percentage. Then the here the last selected spell image dark fill is gonna be the fill amount. I think it's gonna be the inverted percentage probably. So I'll do one minus the completion percentage equals that. 3 weeks ago, pretty much. Yeah, 3 weeks is nothing. But it's easy to feel rusty when you haven't coded for a while, but you'll get your um like fluency while writing back. Okay. What else do I want to set the percentage for? And should it be animated? Because if it's animated, yeah, probably I want to animate this. I don't want to be like transition this automatically. So I will do first over here. Only if the fill amount, yeah, if completion percentage is 1 and the last selected spell image dark fill amount is also 1, I want to return because I don't want that to happen if I'm not going to like really do anything substantial. So I will do over here. I'll do tween. Do like kill. I'm gonna kill whatever animation I have happening in the last selected spell image dark fill. And I'll do the same for the do tween dot kill the last selected spell border fill. And now, instead of doing this is going to be the value that I want to use. It's going to be a do fill amount. This is the value, and I'll say 0.1f is going to be fine. I'll do a set is out quad. And for this one, I'll do a do fill amount, the percentage, the time, and the is. Set is out quad. There we go. So now it's just a matter of calling this stuff and also assigning them. And print 1488k official says replace all strings with peepees. What's that supposed to mean? Welcome to the stream, print. And Miho will say, if Soul, is Soul go to Wizard and Wizard go to tree? Does this mean Soul go to tree? I think you're over-analyzing it. And Nick, you say Wizard is running away from Ghost towards the tree. So what is the tree in the South Collector? No. And Hyura, you say motivation is an essential factor in learning? Well, sometimes there's no motivation and you have to like just push through, but it's better when you're motivated. Like you get more stuff done when you're motivated. And Gregor, you say, bro, I was playing recent tab. Do not play recent tab. I don't know what recent tab is. But okay. I saw some really weird girls there. They didn't have clothes. I'm talking about Geometry Dash. Okay. Yeah, I'm not playing it. Print, you say, okay, make operating system. Making an operating system is better than making games. Go and do one then. Go and do one then, Print. Okay, let's actually call this over here. Let's do player spell casting, and when we cast a spell, where are we gonna update this? It's gonna be on spellcast probably. On select spell. Did you say skill issue? Miho, you say good thing I'm stuck in stereo madness. Yeah, relatable for me. And Gregory say, gang, why me? I'm still a little baby. I'm not even old enough for that. Yeah, don't search those maps then. Okay, can recast. I'll set last selected spell, and if it's not null, yeah, if last selected spell is not null, I will say UI manager dot instance dot it's gonna be update. Well, this is not about updating. This is about setting. Set. So it's gonna be set last selected spell image. I'll have to pass the last selected spell spell icon, and that's a sprite, so we shouldn't have any problems with that. And here you say, I get it now. In Unity scene is the main thing. All your objects are under the same scene. Yes? I'm not familiar with Unity, so I don't know. Yes, so you have your like hierarchy is how you call it in here. This thing like it shows you here, it's called hierarchy, and yes, you have everything over there. You have everything in your scene is positioned over there. And Rigor, you say I was playing recent tab. I chose what players have just created. Say, nah, gang, I'ma go back to Asphalt Legends to kill the brain cells that just made me see that. Noted. Miholy say, simply don't lay geometry Dutch. It's the source of the problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe you just don't play it. Okay. What if... Yeah, if last selected spell is not equal null, I will update this. But I also need to make sure I am displaying this. So when I do this, the first thing that I want to do is say if the last selected spell container is enabled, so active self. So yeah, game object, active self. Well, let's just do enabled. I think I can do enabled. No. Game object that set act or active self is false. If it's not enabled, the first thing that I want to do is enable that. So it's gonna be last selected. I would like to animate it too. And Gregory say, I love my memory. For once, it's really useful. I already forgot about it. Just don't go to that level again. Miho say, I'm feeling like opening wizard game on my machine gun right now. Yeah, I saw the machine gun. Big boy better watch out. Yeah, things are coming for him. And here you say in Godot, you have multiple scene tabs acting as your collection of nodes or objects, for example. No idea why they chose it this way. Yeah, they have like different like ways of seeing things. Like for example, here you use game objects, but in there it's like the same concepts like apply, but they are structured differently. Okay, yeah, last selected container. Last selected container that enable or game object that set active. True. And I'll take care animate this. I'll take care of animating this later, but for now I just want to enable. And that one guy is over here says day 3 of asking Roman for a main menu. Also, hi, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Uh we'll have a main menus someday. Someday. But yeah, you're keeping track of it. Day 3. Let's see how far we can get without a main menu. And Hirayu say I have a feeling he could do the main menu under an hour. Like we have a main menu. We have a main menu. Do you want to see my main menu? And Mr. Blobby, you say, bro, look at your left. What? Look at your front. Look at your right 45-degree angle. Kind of like that. What? Nice fade. Thank you. I just got my haircut. Low taper fade. Uh, yeah, I wanna show you my main menu. There you go. So you press play, and nothing happens. Like you can't even do anything. But we have a main menu. Imagine if Roman got a low taper fade. That ninja meme. Let me get to my other scene. Scene is main scene. Nick, you say, yeah, Roman. Who are you to decide what counts as a main menu? I'm no one. Okay, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Okay. So getting back to this, maybe we get to day 100. I'll consider. Let's see. Over here, animate this. So I just want to see if this getting enabled. The sprite changed, and also, I still need to do one more call. Or one or two more calls. So here, I'll have public void hide last selected spell. So what I'll do is I'll just do last selected spell that game object last selected, yeah, the container game object set active false, and I also have to animate this. Animate this. But if you go over here and this is no else, I'm gonna call here UI manager that instance that set or hide last selected spell. Mr. Vlov is saying, bro, that chin could cut plants. Why plants? But thanks. You say, Hirai, I just quite literally, it's just quite literally just that and nothing else. The most honest main menu ever. Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else. Yeah, main menu still. You always say he's literally nobody, not you. Yeah, I'm kind of like nicked, but nicked is just no one. I am nobody. That's the reason. It's been long since I've done that face. Should I just say chat wants you to show your mewing skills? I don't know why. Want to say plans? And Flyer, you say why to even have these vertical and horizontal streams? Because in vertical, like it gives you more discovery, like it shows you to more people, and in horizontal, like it's just a better experience for people that really enjoy it to like yeah, vertical is discovery and horizontal is for the people that want to stay. Skylar White, yo. Okay. I don't know why I'm good at making that face. I just find it funny. Okay, so let's get back to this. UI manager. I have to call it one last time. And where do I want to call it? It's gonna be on mana region, or there was a place where I was calling this is add mana. There we go. So over here, over here, when I add mana, I want to update the mana bar, but I also want to do UI manager that instance that update last selected spell completion, and I have to pass the completion. So I know what the last I know what the last spell is, so I can say the current mana. So it's gonna be float current mana divided by the last main gain, or sorry, not last main gain, it's the last selected spell dot. Oh, and this is only if last selected spell is not null. I'll do a call to the UI manager. Last selected spell. And it's gonna be mana cost. And mana cost is an integer, so I'll cast it as a float. Flyer, you saying, yeah, maybe it get you help more. Maybe it helps you get more viewers. Yeah, that's basically why. Algorithm. And that one guy, you say, okay, I have 2 hours. 2 hours for what? That one guy? Yeah, however you spell it. Yeah, with an extra G. Born knows your location. 12 more days, Roman. That sounds terrifying now. And remember, Batman always bet on black. Yeah, betting on black has never betrayed anyone, but nicked. And Hidai, you say, well, thank you for sharing. See you later. Well, thank you for joining. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, Hidai. Okay. So over here, do we need anything else? Let's see. Let's see. Let's first disable that thing on the UI. Let's go under UI manager. And last selected spell is going to be disabled. We have to assign it. I haven't assigned it. So it's going to be last selected spell container. Then we have to assign the icon, the spell icon. Yeah, the image on the fill image. On the border fill. So that should be fine. Now we press save, and let's see what it is like. Okay, yeah, it shows there. Now, as we get more mana, we should see that updating. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know if you can tell, but the icon is getting filled slowly. Like, it tells you how long you have towards completion. And if I were to press R now, nothing is happening. But I think there is still one more place where I want to update the UI, that part of the UI, and is when I do the recast. So let me get some mana to use this. And Bartz says, hello. What's up, Bartz? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Yeah, let me get the full thing. Okay, so now I think we should be able to, yeah, cast that. Okay, so when we do the recast, we have to make sure to update that thing. Let's go over here. Let's do recast on recast. So yeah, after we do this, last selected spell needs to be something. Yeah, if it happened, I'm gonna do here UI manager that instance. Yeah, it's UI manager that instance. Mr. Blowy say, chat, let's talk and leave Roman alone and let him see our conversation and react to it. What is that idea? And Nick, you say computer is up, the keyboard's still not working. Time wasted. But do you know what it may be? Like, what have you tried so far? I'm about to say Domer, Homer, Domer, Domer. What? That one guy say coding can't get better than with Banana Man handing out nanners and summoning ancient spirits. Truly. A fire quote. Okay, so we want to update over here. What do we want to update? We want to update the completion or the last selected spell completion. And we're gonna do floats, current mana, and the same thing that we did before. Is just we're gonna cast the last mana, or sorry, last spell, last selected spell, mana cost. And why is it trainer? Completion percentage, and it says it takes 2 arguments. I am passing 2 arguments. Why is it trainer? Oh, sorry. This. It's divided by. And Flyer, you say, okay, man, I'm gonna go sleep, and sorry I won't be able to join your streams tomorrow. But yeah, I will come for sure to say hi. Well, thank you very much for joining today. And if you can join tomorrow, it's completely okay. No worries. I'll see you whenever you have time to join. And rest well. Take care, and bye-bye. Need to say everything I reasonably could without blow torching it. Okay. Miho will say, I slept on my right arm today, and it has been dysfunctional. Sleeping is the enemy. See ya. I don't think that's what caused your problem, but all right. And Ninja say, oh, 1 or 2 lines of the connector are dead. The only idea I have left is buying a broken one and transferring its guts to the keyboard, to that keyboard. Like, that's the lines I need to fix to go to fix a keyboard. Well, at that point, I think if you are gonna have to like get a new one and like replace the pieces, like just get a new one if it's possible. And Castle, what's up, Castle? Welcome to the stream. Dude, please don't spam. Okay. Yeah, banned. We should keep track of how long we are without banning one, a person. And Mr. Blobby is saying, man, when I try to see Nick's profile picture, it looks like 2 guys' butt touching each other. And then I see a sad big eye cat. Then it looks like a handshake, then a window. I don't see the vision. I don't see how you can imagine that. But I barely say anything, so. Quite the experience. You say not buying a non-framework laptop again. What? You say if I buy a broken one, it's gonna dirt cheap though. Yeah, why not? Quite the experience today. Okay, let's see. Let's go to a zone and let's try to see how it will look. We still have to animate the thing. We still have to make it animate. So let's do this. And the only thing I have thought about that the only thing I'm thinking about still that I don't know, I'm still not sure about is when to actually show this component, the last selected spell, because I think I could make it go when you haven't been engaged in a battle for a while, maybe. I could make it go. And then it's gonna show up again once you like start fighting again. You must have watched a lot of guys butt touching each other. If that's the first thing you see when seeing a dog. I don't see the dog. I had to, like, yeah, I see it only because I've seen the full image, like a little bit bigger. But it's hard to tell what's happening in that image at a very low resolution. I now see a sheriff cat with red cooler. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happening with that image, but I don't see that. Okay, let me just get to use some of these other spells. And now I think it's gonna be a little bit more like balanced, like mainly every single spell you can cast almost with the same speed. It's just that I'll need to tweak how many inputs they take to be casted, and what is their complexity, because you can have like a spell that you need to like input, I don't know, 10 combinations, but if the combination is like down 10 times, then it's not going to be as complicated as, I don't know, the electricity one, which is down left, down left, or even something more complicated. We need sound effects too for the recasting. So I don't see the dog. And Nick, you say that's why I like the other account more, but Google makes it a hassle to switch accounts. Can't reload a damn page when you need to be logged into 2 accounts at once. Disappointed. What? Be disappointed? I don't want you to be in the point. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over here and fill bar below. Okay, yeah, this is no longer fill. It's gonna be fill border. Fill border. Of the last casted spell that indicates the percentage of mana owned in relation to the needed to recast the spell. That's done. When not engaged, the recast goes away. I think that's fine. I think I could do that. Let's do this. Let's go over here. Let's see where last. I want to search for something over here. Is the last last mana game time? Yeah, over here. Last mana game time, and I have is mana decaying. So when I set is mana decaying to true, I will also tell UI manager. So it's not engaged now. Like now the player has not been engaged in combat for the time of the decay start time cooldown. So I will just call UI manager that instance that hide last selected spell. Yeah, at this point I don't know what's happening either. Yeah, so it goes away. Okay. So we don't have it, but it should show up when we first attack something. Let's see. And Behold, you say, here's the creature I first saw when I looked at Nick's profile. You're welcome. Did you send something over there? Over on Discord? What? Did you see this? Let me see. Oh, I see the vision there. I see the vision there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I could imagine it. Say those are eyes. Okay. Let's get here. Okay, so when I do this, I don't really want to make it show. All the time. She's gonna be on mana gain. Let's let's see. I don't really want to do this over here. Let's do hide last selected spell. Set last selected spell image. Let's do UI manager and over here. Where do I set this to be activated? Yeah, here. So it's not gonna be there. It's gonna be over here. I think. See, I got the vision. Rigorous here says, bro. I might have just gotten. And Miho say, oh no, not you again. And Rigor, you say 59% accuracy on one of the hardest humanly possible awesome maps. Awesome. Very, very nice. Geometry Dash players, I swear. No, it's an Osu. It's Osu now. The only thing that I think when I think about Osu is very intense people playing with tablets. Can't with this. Okay, so it's only updating that, and when I gain some sort of mana, I will show that up. Okay, now I make it show. And I think I'll, to try this, I'll have to clear this wave, probably. So let's do that. Yeah, very intense people. And Gregory, you say, bro, I'm done with GD, bro. No, I don't want GD anymore. Wait, great progress on the game. And Mr. Bobby say, no, it's gonna, no, it's not game making stream anymore. It's now a playtest. Well, kind of. I have to test this. Yeah, so it does go away. The icon does go away after you start losing mana. So yeah, from now it should be 30 seconds before this thing like basically disappears. And I think I'd need to check. I'll need to check when I do the recast that mana is not decaying, you know? So you can actually, yeah, now it went away. So now, if I do R, for example, I can recast this quickly. But should the player be able to recast this quickly if he's not no longer engaged in combat? Wait, great progress on the game. I don't know, gang. Anything but that. What do you expect on free internet? Welcome to the internet. Cool song, by the way. And welcome back, Foxitos. Welcome back. How's it going? And Gregory say, I love but hate my memory at the same time. I forget all things I have said, but I also forget all the bad things I have seen. Mijo say, have a look around. We've got mountains of content, some better, some worse. Okay, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna do over here the player spell casting. When I do on recast, I'll have, you don't know how useful doing Control F has been so far. Like I generally didn't do it before. Like some weeks ago, probably like 3 weeks ago, I didn't use Control F, but now it's so good. Okay, so I also want to return if mana decaying or is mana decaying is true. Basically, I also want to return. So you can't, you have to be like actively engaged to be able to recast, like engage in combat. Hey Nick, can you check if adrenaline affects sleep? Yeah, it does. It does affect sleep. Thanks, Fox. It does. You say I actually had my first school fight in my school. Well, I hoped you were not involved in that. Yeah, I just hope you were not involved. Okay, let's do the animation since we're gonna try this out. Why not do the animation and see everything at once? So we can search for this and animate this. There are 2 places where you need to animate stuff. So when I make this active, I'll make it active and I'll say whatever you're buying, whatever you're selling ain't buying, yo. It's gonna be do twin that kill last selected spell container, and then I'll do the animation. So the animation is gonna be last selected spell container that do scale, and I'll do 1.2 f. No, it's just setting it active, so it's gonna be a vector 3. Vector 3 that 1. Do I want to do this way? Because how I do the other things? How do I do the other things? Let's say the number, for example, because I have over here get rotation by vector. No, it's update boss health bar, update health bar, mana bar, no mana animation, update dash cooldown completion, update mana bar, update currently selected spell uses. That's it. So what do? I make it bigger. Like I make it big for a second, or like a tenth of a second, and then I put it back to normal. And what about this one? Yeah, it's the same. 1.1. She's making it to 1.1. So let's do this over here. It's going to be vector 1 multiplied by 1.1 f. In what time? It's going to be on 0.1 f. I'll do set is out quad. And on complete. I'll call another thing, which is gonna make this the last selected spell container dot do scale, and the scale is gonna be vector 3.1 0.1 f, and I'll do set is out quad. We can try that out. And Foxitos, you say, sadly, yes, but I didn't start it and I don't want that it to happen. But the rest was okay. I had 10 hours schools. 10 hours school. Well, I hope that you're fine. I hope that you're fine. And yeah, if you didn't start it, like sometimes like there's just you don't have an option. So I guess it's part of life. I hope it doesn't happen again, and that you're fine. My day has been fine. Very, very good. Very nice. No fights. So very, very nice. And behind Mijo, that everyone loves spicy. And Mijo, you say, Roman, can I interest you in everything? Yes, please. All of the time. Maybe not all of the time, but yeah. And Foxy Toasty say, yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no worries, man. Mr. Vlobby, you say, do you know that when you double click the up arrow in the mobile keyboard, it locks you the text in uppercase? It did not change it after the first letter. Oh, yeah. I did know about that. So you can do the screaming text easier. And Nick, you say, bag game dev uploaded. Making a game in 1 hour using AI assets. Using undisclosed product promotion. I'm still salty about that guy. Bag game dev. And Foxy Toasty say, one question. Yeah, go ahead. A little bit of everything all the time. Apathy is a tragedy, and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time. Where is that coming from? Where is that from? YouTube. Bag dev. Bug dev. Bug game dev. Which one? Um. Oh.
Welcome.
Let me get. Oh, okay, I know this
To the
video.
internet.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be playing this during stream. And Foxy does you say, "Can I make a fan art of you for you?" Uh, yeah, sure. If you like to make a fan art, dude, I'll be pleased. If you want to, and you sent it over here too. Oh yeah, poetry. Welcome to the internet by Bo Burnham. A bad about bad game dev. Okay, bad game dev. Oh, I've seen videos about this guy, or I've seen videos by this guy. I saw this one, like the ones that he released like 5 years ago. Yeah, making a game in 1 hour with AI assets using Hightom 3D. I remade my game with AI. Testing AI website builders for my game. I hope they pay them very, very good. That's the only thing I hope. And I paid game developers on Fiverr to okay, remake game. I made an AI game creator. Wow. I haven't seen his new videos, but the older ones were good. Latest one, goddamn. Well, this is I can't blame him um for like repeating the same type of content because like if it works, it works. It's YouTube. Like if you have a winner formula, like go ahead. But these videos don't seem to be like doing very well, compared to what he did normally on AI. Like everything with AI. I just hope I just hope he's getting a lot of money. And I also like his 1985 song. I haven't heard about that one. And Foxy Toss, you say it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow ready. Should I send over Discord or my channel? Um, if you want to have it on your channel, like go ahead. But it's better if you have it on Discord, so I can like just quickly check, and we can have it. There's a channel in here for art, so you can put your art over here. And wasn't there a fun art channel too? Or there was, but you can upload it here on art. And Rigor, you say I'm gonna have to go. See you all. Well, thank you for joining, Rigor. Was a pleasure having you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Take care. And okay. Hide last selected element. Yeah, this is not where I want to do this. This is not on hide. This should happen on activation. So let's do this over here. So I'm gonna open the brackets. Yeah, I set it active. And this thing's over here. When it gets hidden, it's gonna be like this. So do tween dot kill, whatever animation's happening, it's gonna be last selected spell container. Then I'll do an animation over here, which is gonna be doing the last selected spell container dot do scale, I think it is, or game object that do scale. Or can I just do scale? Do scale? Yeah. Do scale. The scale that I want for this is gonna be just 0. So vector 3.0. And in 1 second or 0.1 second, I'll set is out quad, and I'll do on complete. I'll do a call for last selected spell container dot set active, or game object dot set active false, like that. And Mr. Lobby, you say, let's just say that if I do the fan art, I will draw the ancient Rome with the gigantic text in the Colosseum. Wouldn't be bad. Miho say they used to be good, yeah. And then you say, I can't blame him for selling out to AI companies. Seeing how he can spend 1K on Fiverr like that to get like 4K viewers or 4K views. Probably a big bug. And Foxy, you say, I make it on Discord on my YouTube channel. Alrighty. And Mr. Blue, you say, let's just say that if I do a fan art, I will draw the... Oh yeah, that's the message that I read before. Okay, so I think this should make it appear and disappear. Yeah, let's see. Let's try with a regular wave. I was thinking, maybe there is a big possibility that I make the characters larger in scale. Like I'll have to change the proportions a little bit of the characters, because if I want to have like weapons, like how is like weapons should have like a long range, you know? So how am I gonna do the character draw the weapon and like get it here if it's so small, like it barely can like have it on his back. And Gag Team Jandal says, yo, what's up, Gag Team Jandal? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Tall Spells Boy. Roman Artistic Liberty. Yeah. Foxitos, you say, I think I saying that one time ago, but you're looking like someone who's very, very cool to chill. Well, thank you, Foxitos. Yeah, I think I remember when you said that some streams ago. So yeah, thank you. You say slash effect doesn't need to match the blade. Yeah, but how are you gonna have a huge sword in your back, you know? And Carlo Carolj says, hi, my birthday's today. Well, very, very happy birthday to you, Carlo. Very happy birthday. And Miho say, I should not be given artistic liberty. Why is that? Okay, the animation seems to be fine. Oh, also, when we... Yeah, I think we should call the update to the mana when we change the spell, because currently it's not being updated. But for example, now I don't need to cast the spell, I can just do R, and it's gonna bring me the spell again. if I had more mana, like I could cast it more times, you know? I could spam it. I could spam that. So yeah, let's try to clear this wave first, so I can see the animation for going away of this thing going away. Okay, so now after 30 seconds it should go away. And let me read you. Miho, you say, yeah, not giving electricity liberty. And Carlo, you say, you are the first to say happy birthday to me. Well, I'm very glad, and I hope you have a wonderful day, Carlo. Enjoy your birthday, man. Mr. Blow, you say, oh my god, how much water do this guy drinks? At this point, he would drink the whole sea. I drink like 2 to 3 liters a day. It's not that crazy. And Foxy Toys say, my birthday's in 2 months. Not a lot of time. Not a lot of time. I didn't get to see the... Oh. What is this guy doing over here? He's aggressive. Okay. Let me see when it gets away. Carly said, here is a dono. I don't really see when people donate, but thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. For real. And yeah, silly guy. When is my birthday? My birthday is like on November. Like we still have a lot of months to my birthday. And the first ever enemy I made for this game was that guy that I just killed. The green guy. I don't know why it's not going away. And Sias Pieters, Pieters, I don't know how you pronounce it, but what's up, Sias? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, it went away. Like I'm never looking at the screen when the animation happens, so I don't know how it looks. But I'm gonna pretend it looks fine. Let's see. So when we select or when we assign a sprite over here, I'll say if the last selected spell container dot active self or game object that active self equals true, then I'm gonna say update. Well, I'll have to update the I think I can have a completion over here. Let's do a float completion. Fill amount or completion fill amount. And it's going to be equal to 0 as a default. And I'll have update last selected spell completion with completion fill amounts. So I need to make sure that when I call this, I pass the completion fill amount too. And Thin Ray is over here, says, hi, romanleco, you watching in chat? I have 2 streams running, so if you're in vertical stream, that's why you're not seeing the rest of the people. But I have another stream running. Horizontal stream has a better layout and like custom avatars for everyone that joins. So yeah, I'm reading both. Yeah, I'm watching a chat over here. I have a chat. Well, You know what would be cool? I could do like, I could rotate this. Yeah, I can really show you. But yeah, I have a chat. You say, no, I think he meant the game of life. Game of life? Oh. For okay, uh in any other game? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I would say maybe like a mummy or something in some 2D pixel art game. Mm. And thin right, you say, yeah, good. How long have you been creating games? I've been making games for like 3 years, I would say, like seriously. But I started when I was 15, and I'm 22. Um, something like 5 to 3 years, depending on how you count them. And YouTube Demon is here and says, "Hi, what's up, YouTube Demon? Welcome to the stream. How's it going?" So let me read you, Mr. Floppy. You say the game of life is not good. You need 9-month login, 18-year tutorial, pay to win, VC at year 4. You level up every year and you get banned at 80 or 100. You can't even choose your lobby and skin customization. Yeah. And you say, are there any real successes? I have not posted a commercial game yet. That's when I started making games, but this is gonna be my first commercial game that I plan to release like in a year. I have a couple of like demos. I can show you my games if you like want to see them. You can go to the second link in the description. You'll be able to try every single like project I've done so far. But yeah, this is gonna be the first commercial game, and you can try it out now. The current one, it's free to try and everything. But when I advance a little bit more, I'm gonna make it paid. Now I was talking about IRL, but a mummy is interesting. Lore unlocked. And Foxito says, "Yeah, I'm going now to bed. I'm sorry. Good night." Yeah, no worries. Like, don't feel sorry for going to sleep. I hope you rest well, and I'll see you next time, Foxitos. Bye bye. Take care. Blendguard does not deserve a mere demo. It is kind of like a demo. It is not a. You could say it's like a full game, kinda. It has levels and stuff. Yeah, you could say it's a full game, but it's free if you want to try it out. Bye bye, Foxitos. Yeah, it doesn't deserve that. What would you call it? Then nicked. What would you call it? Okay, so on set last select the spell image, I'm gonna assign the completion rate, or like the completion. Let's do over. Where do we want to do this? It's gonna be on select spell, probably. Set last selected spell. Yeah, I'll pass that too. I'll do float current mana divided by last selected spell. That mana cost, and I'll cast that as a float too. And now it should work better. Or I think that's gonna be like the last thing that I have to fix for this to work as I intended it to work. And Mr. Blovio say, what do you guys think about my review on Game of Life? Fair review. I think it's pretty... at least it's truthful to what the game is. It is impressively paid to win sometimes. Like some people get kicked out of the server just for that. Sorry, I'm logging in. I really don't want to die over here. I just want to see if I can recast stuff. It's crazy expensive to recast stuff sometimes, but it's fine. Okay. Now, I need to wait for this to go away, and when I select the... When I select another spell, it should update, like properly. It should show the correct number in there. Why was the morph open the whole time as you were killing the enemies, Roman? It was? Was it? Was it open? And let me select this now. Yeah, it doesn't really... Okay. It's fine. I believe it's fine. It was open. Let me see. I didn't notice. I didn't really notice. Why is this so far behind? School tutorial is useless. Dev should improve it. I can't really see. I need to get in here and probably refresh this. Go to my... Okay. Or I think that's my review on Game of Life. No, it's not open. Fair review. I think it's pretty... It's not open. At least it's... You scared me. You scared me, Nick. It was not open. It is. Where did you see it was open? Sometimes. Like some people get kicked out of the server just for that. No, it was not open. Maybe maybe I don't know, it could be something with the shader, but it wasn't open. That would have been very, very bad at this moment. Like I fixed that so many times. Why? Sorry, I'm locked. Recast. It's crazy. Yeah, still close. There. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. After only a few kills, it was open as you were finishing. I don't know. I looked back. I didn't see that. I hate that one. The devs are intentionally ignoring it. That cancer bug really should have been patched now. The devs need to set up their game. Yeah, 100%. Taking so many people out of the server. I hate to have. I have what is happening. I have to get a glasses DLC attachment. Not working. I may be blind, but I'm stubborn. Yeah, it was closed. It was closed. I checked. My chat is blind. I think we can mark this task as done, probably. Because the only like real problem that I had with this is that it was like constantly in the screen using space, but it's no longer going to be there if you're not in combat, you know? Like it's gonna go away in combat. And need to say there is a bug with it though. I was able to get additional enemies on current patch. Oh. Yeah, I registered that as a... I think it was because of low enemies or something like that. I have it registered on Notion. Let me see when... let me see the animation for this getting... Yeah, that's fine. Let me show you. I have it over here somewhere. When not engaged, the recast goes away. Yes. UI icon gets hidden. Done. Recast functionality done. So where do I have this? It's over... Oh, why do I have an... Yeah. Flying enemies don't listen to spawning restrictions. Performance. Enemies get stuck. I think I have it over here. Yeah. More enemies sometimes spawn as you kill the last enemy. I registered that as that. I also have the forum log on Discord over here, so I can check it. I have not experienced that other than machine gun. I think it was because he's Polish. A Polish patch I have to apply. I still have to have the clip of the invincible enemy after the big boy skip. Yeah, it's registered. It's over there. I'll fix it. I'll fix it, and it's part of the fixes that are gonna be in the next version. So I don't know how long it will take me to get to the next version because I thought today, yeah, we're not going to add controller support today. Recast functionality is done though. We have to have a spell cancel functionality for like getting rid of the spell that we currently have. And I think before I'm done with this, I think I could put a reminder of how to use that here on the container. Let's go in here, managers, UI manager, last selected spell. Let's activate that. I'm gonna disable the settings menu and the plus menu, and over here on the current spell background, or sorry, the last selected spell, I want to have another component, which is gonna be a UI image. It's gonna be like 20 or 40 by 40. And it's just provisional, you know, so people know how to use this. Let's do key reminder. Yeah, key reminder. And inside this, I'll have color and another component in here. Yeah, basically this is gonna expand for every single, like 4. Let's do 4, 4, 4, 4. And inside the color, I'll have UI. Text Match Pro is gonna be fully black. Fully black. This text is gonna expand in here. Let's have a padding of 2, 2, 2, 2. The text is gonna say R. It's gonna be aligned completely. And this is gonna be black. I know it looks awful. It's just for like a key reminder, you know? So what I'll do is I'm gonna make this slightly less big. So like 30. And here, this thing should automatically auto size. Yeah, auto size, and the minimum can be like 10 or something. Let's do 32 by, or 34 by 34. Let's do a padding of 2, 2, 2, 2. Or maybe 3. I don't know, 4, 4. 4, 4. And I'm not gonna have padding over here. It's gonna fully expand. And the key reminder is gonna be right over here. Just with a little bit of padding. Like 4 or 6. And we're gonna probably like redesign everything but the layouts in here for the UI. So no need to worry. Let's do last selected spell. Let's disable, enable what needs to be enabled, and save. And Mijo is saying, oh yeah, did we reach 100 tasks done? Yes. We have reached that. We reached that yesterday, I believe. This is the 100 task. It was March 4th, and it was also the 2-year anniversary of the channel, or when I started working on this channel. No, it doesn't mean a Blendguard update. No Blendguard. And no source collector either. Good, if I had infinite time, I would update Blendguard and like make source collector too. And Nick, you say, did you read the doc though? Or did you decide to just shove it somewhere until 2028? I have not read all the documents. I'll probably read it during the weekend. It's not that large of a text, I know. But dude, I've been so busy normally that I barely have time for anything. But it's over here. It's over here. I have it downloaded and everything. I'm ready to read this with time, like take the time to read this, you know? So chopped it chopped until 2028. No. Imagine if South Collector 1 existed. Make 2 for good measure. You say, mijo, I'm making a new bug report for graphic settings because what is this? Urgent. Roman, when does the morph go black? And why is it stuck as gray for me now? I don't know. I don't know. I think when you mess with the settings, probably here on settings, graphics, potato, like the shaders just don't work. They're the stone shader doesn't work. I'll need to remake it for the potato version. Too rich to care. Dude, I wish I was too rich to care. But on average graphics too, man. Yes? On balance too? Well, I don't remember, but I thought it only happened on potato graphics, didn't it? It also happens there? Weird. Weird. To be honest, I don't really think it looks that bad on potato graphics. It's just that the shaders are messed up. I used to play games like this all the time. Yeah, both potato and balance. I'll need to fix that. You say, no, it was like that ever since the menu exists. Okay. Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But I wanted to check over here. Let's go to the regular graphics. I want to check if that works fine. Like if the key reminder works fine. And I think there is gonna be a little bit of a problem where, for example, if you press R and you have the menu up, it's just simply not going to work. It's gonna reset this. Because if I were to, let's say, an hypothetical case, I want to recast the spell, and I press Control, or I have Control pressed and I press R, it's gonna reset this. Also, I think there should be an animation for when this gets to 1. Let's see. So extra feedback for the player over here. I know we are ready with this task, and I was gonna advance, but I know there's still one thing I would like to do. UI manager, and on update. Last selected. Now over here. Yeah, if completing percentage equals 1 and last selected, I think I could separate this if completion percentage equals 1. If last selected spell image dark fill, that fill amount equals 1, I'm gonna return over here. It's basically the same that we're doing, but else I'll do an animation. So I'll say, I'll open brackets here. Yeah, I'll open brackets, and I'll do first the last selected spell image or spell container. I'll do tween that kill, and I'll say Susan Baji says keep going. Well, thank you very much, Susan, and welcome to the stream. How is it going? Yeah, so the animation is gonna go this way. I'll do last selected spell container dot do scale. And the scale that I want is just gonna be slightly bigger. So vector 3.1 multiplied by 1.1. That's gonna be the scale on X, Y, and Z. And it's gonna be just a second, or a tenth of a second. And I'll do set. It's gonna be set is. And it's gonna be is.out quad. And after that, on complete, I'll do Five Nights at Freddy's. What? And Susan, you say, okay, I'm subbing. Well, thank you very much, Susan. Really, really appreciate it. On complete, I'll say last selected spell container that do scale vector 3.1 and yeah, that's the basic scale. So 0.1 f in set is out quad, and I just close this. So now when we really have when we are ready to cast this, it should scale for a little while to show us that we can like it's very clear that we can cast this. Souls collector -0. What a battle royale between Nicked and Miho. And welcome back, that one guy. Welcome back. I don't know if you were, if you left and just came back, or you were just lurking. Souls collector -0. Yeah, you should work on that, Nick. Since you're working on Souls collector 3, why not work on 0? Okay. So when we can use this, and Susan, you say hi, I will not leave you. Well, thank you, Susan. Really appreciate it. And if you're wondering, like, who am I talking to in other comments, there is a horizontal stream that I have running. So if you'd like to have your own custom avatar and like have a better layout in the stream, you can go to the pinned comment in the comment section, and you'll be able to go to the horizontal stream. Okay. I think I should make this a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna put the scale of this 1 to 5, probably. And Nick, you say haven't done yeah, I haven't done shit with Souls Collector 3 for a while. Today I did some things. I removed collision from enemies. So enemies no longer collide with anything? Or it's just that they don't collide with each other? And Miho say a boss named the Souls Collector in Wizard game. GG. And Nick, you say no. It's a Souls Collector. That's how Roman wrote it. The Souls Collector. Souls Collector. Yeah, I don't know. Souls Collector. We could have an enemy called that, but I think I'll stay with Katos. I prefer Katos being the main villain. I don't promise anything, but I would prefer that. Okay, so now I'm just looking for when we get enough mana, the UI like pops up. It also should have a little bit of a sound effect too. Let me do over here comments. So, where is it gonna be? I think I could do over here. Let's do player spellcasting. On the UI manager, I'll have a debug debug.log can recast spell play sound effect. I later need to like grab like find a sound effect to put in there, but yeah, just for me to like not forget, you know. And Dr. Original says say Hypro 5V Calo Volcano. Dude, I barely speak English and you're asking me for the most complicated words, but welcome to the stream, Doctor. Dr. Original. And Nick, you say, if it won't be added, we need a mention of that somewhere hidden in the lore. A mention for Souls Collector, or a mention for a villain called Souls Collector? Yeah, we have to have a... Here, needs to be there. Reference to Souls Collector. Collector somewhere. Literally free content. Feed us. And Nick decide, going back to Souls Collector 3, since you asked, thy will not collide with each other. Okay, why die? I will add something like Clash Royale has. Enemies pushing each other away. Okay. A mention of some ancient killer or something. See, Nick, it won't make sense actually, but it would be in the future in an alternate universe. Because I missed an E. Alright. I would like to see the butcher. I'm interested in seeing that. And Susan, to say, wait a minute, I'm joining your Discord server. Oh, thank you. I think you'll like it there. I think you'll like it there. The community is pretty silly. Let's see. So the request functionality, we are done with that. Let's just move this over here and let's go GitHub. Where do I have GitHub? Let's open it. Open it. Yeah, so it's recast functionality. Recast functionality. Now the enemy, or sorry, now the player can use its mana to... Oh, also, what do you think? Like, should I make the recast be on another key, or should I delete the hotkey for reloading? Need you say we'll find a way to force Souls Collector? And Miholy say we are more than silly. What is more than silly? I think silly is an appropriate way to describe the community. Okay, now the player can use the mana to quickly recast the last spell casted. The last casted spell. Yeah, so what do you say? I change the key, or I delete the hotkey for restarting. And Cool Banana says, yo, what is this? What's up, Cool Banana? Welcome to the stream. This is a game development stream. We've just been working on this game over here. Let me show you. So it's a wizard game, or like a magic game, where you're this wizard, and your objective now is getting to these zones. And when you get there, some enemies are going to start appearing. So you have to like clear the wave and then destroy that thing in the middle. And the way you do this is by having directions for you to like select the spells. So for example, I could do up, left, left, up, and I get my fire spell. I also have a regular magic projectile with down, left, left. You have an ice one, which is gonna slow enemies down. You have an electricity one, which is gonna stun them. And the latest addition to the game, which we have been working on today, is basically you can quickly recast a spell if you have enough mana. So for example, when I get enough mana, now I can, when I get no more charges, I can do R, and I can quickly recast the last selected spell. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. And Cool Banana, you say, oh nice, looks good. Yo, this looks fire. What are you going to name it? I'm still not sure, and thank you for... I'm very, very glad that you like the game. If you want to try it, like, it's on the second link in the description. You'll be able to see my games. You can try it for free. You can leave suggestions or whatever in here or in the Discord community. And we still don't have a name. So if you have any suggestion for the name of the game, feel free to leave it here or on Discord. And when we name it, there is a chance that I pick that name. And Nick, you say, since when do we have a hotkey for restarting? Dude, we have had that for basically since we added the restart button. We have had Control R for restarting quickly. Yeah, and you're basically a god. And Susan, you say, I'm done. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining the community. And I hope that you enjoy it there. Mijo, you say, bro, what? And Nick, you say, well, new version won't be compatible with B2.2 or whatever you want that to be. Yeah, Control R was a thing, or it's still a thing. I could just remove it. You say, I literally added an R hotkey myself. You did not tell me that. Well, it is there. It is still there. Yeah, it has always been real. I added it like... I can check. I added this... If we go to the history... let's see. It's like a restart somewhere. When we were working on the settings menu. Or on the pause menu, I think. BK damage and charge. It was like long ago. Long ago we had that. Basic spell script, pause menu. Maybe over here. Status effect, health script. Pause menu. Allows you to navigate the settings menu. Well, somewhere here. Somewhere here. Before the big boy boss. And Cool Banana, you say, is there more than one character? Or you can customize the character. It's always gonna be this guy. Further on the development, like, I plan to make this game for like a year. I plan to have like clothing items, so like armor and stuff, so you'll be able to wear like different clothes. And I'm still not sure, but I'll probably, if you can customize something, it's gonna be just the skin color on the eye color, or just the eye color, because I've always thought about this character like being like a shadow kinda. So it's not like skin, it's just like a silhouette, you know? Yeah, you're gonna be able to change the hat too. Yeah, you're gonna have, like, I've already thought about some of the armors that I want to have. Say we have a Christmas hat model. It would make sense. Yeah, we have one, so why not? And I've thought about having a mushroom armor, and the top part is gonna be like the top of the mushroom. I think it's gonna look super, super cool. We'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks, and I'm gonna see where I actually put that. I still haven't thought about it. I just want to have a mushroom armor somewhere. I'm thinking about cosmetics before figuring out the gameplay, but I have not like give it like proper thought. I just have ideas, you know. Like I'm not a robot. I don't think sequentially. And Godfather is over here with a mushroom emoji. And welcome to the stream, Godfather. Welcome, welcome. You say cool banana. How much has been the development of the game since you started? You first started? Like 5 months now. But during those 5 months, there has been like a month and a half where I really hadn't had access to like work because my computer broke down. So there was like I think a month without a computer and a month where I had a computer that barely run the program that I use. But yeah, 5 months. 5 months. Reminds me of this random art I made that I still have. I don't remember why I made it. You say, Nick, I do the same. I'm not saying it's bad. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over here. And I was in the middle of making a commit. So now the player can use the mana to quickly recast the last casted spell. And I'm going to remove the hotkey, okay? Let me remove the hotkey for restarting. You can still restart in the menu, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, here, let's do game manager. It's gonna be on the game manager. Menus, utils. Let's see, game manager. Where do I have this thing? It's gonna be on managers. Yeah, here we have it. Managers and game manager. So over here, I'm not going to check for R or control, left control. Because I have on control press and on control cancel. These basically are gonna go away. And on R pressed, not gonna look for that. And here is control pressed, gonna go away. Not going to use that anymore. And this stuff over here too. This stuff. So it doesn't like override anything. And Cool Banana, you say, is there going to be like special events where you can get special one of one cosmetics? I don't plan to have events in the game, but I do plan to have like certain stuff like hidden. So you'll need to explore the map fully to unlock everything. Because I plan to have like settlements and like yeah, like settlements that you have to go to unlock this stuff and like beat enemies and whatever. But if you explore more, there are gonna be places where you're gonna find, I don't know, a random piece of armor or a random weapon or whatever that you wouldn't normally find if you're like just rushing through the game, you know? 100% speedruns will be very fun, yeah. And Mijo, you say, well, let me check Discord. Let me check Discord. Where did you send it, Mijo? On cross chat, maybe? Oh, this. Yeah, he could look a little bit like that. Maybe the colors are gonna be different, but I really like it. It looks like he's wearing a poncho. Do you know what a poncho is? This is fire. I don't really remember him. Can I? Yeah, it looks very fun. I don't know why he's sad though. And Susan, you say, what inspired you to make this game? I basically really like the way Helldivers does their I don't know if you have played Helldivers, but they have like directional um they have sort of like abilities that you can use with the arrow keys, and also other games do the same. So what I wanted to do was basically have that, but in a Magic game. So directional combinations in a Magic game, and that's how I started. And after that, I just expanded on that, and that's it basically. Oh, he is wearing a poncho, yeah. Let's call Tony. And cool banana, you say, are you going to remember me when you get famous? Or slash the game gets very popular? Yeah, I hope so. If my memory doesn't fail me, I will remember you, of course. Cool banana. And thank you for joining and chatting. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so now the hotkey doesn't work, so that's fine. That's what we wanted. Let me try and see if the R key still works. It should work, like I haven't changed anything there. But I want to make sure everything is working before committing this to the project, to GitHub. Sudden dementia intensifies? No, no way, dude. Yeah, everything seems to be working fine. I just want to check if I can recast stuff. And I could try with yeah, this spell, since it uses... Yeah, everything's working as it should. Okay, there is a problem. Or there was a problem there. It's fine. And mushrooms are cool. What a name, dude. Very good name. And you said you summoned me. We were talking about mushrooms. I want to. I don't think you have joined before. Have you? Mushrooms are cool. But welcome to the stream. We were talking about like adding a mushroom armor in the game someday when we get to add armors and stuff. And Cool Banana, you say how many platforms can access the game when you release the game? It's probably gonna be on itch and Steam. Just two platforms. Just two platforms, and it's gonna be only for computers. Probably, most likely, just for computers. Mijo say Romo's gonna see that you're a mod and be like, "Why this random guy mod when he's famous?" No way. And then unmod you. And mushrooms troll, you say mushrooms are cool. You say, nice game. I'll go now. Okay, bye bye. Take care. Mijo, you say, what? How did we summon him? What happened? I think, well, Godfather summoned him. Okay, everything's working. Let's go over here. And also, like a spell when the mana quickly recast last cast a spell when pressing R, and also the restart hotkey no longer or was removed, because it's not that it's not working. It is that it was removed. So commit 13 files to main, push to origin. And this task has been moved to recast functionality. So, or sorry, to done. So, yeah, we could do spell cancel functionality, but I think I'm gonna leave that for the starter tasks for tomorrow. Let's see how many tasks we have, because I think there are many tasks. Yeah, these ones are not that complicated, but the spell upgrades and stuff, I think maybe I'll try to do some work off stream. Probably the controller support, I'll do it off stream. So we can quickly get to version or beta 2.2. But I think we're gonna be on beta 2.2, if not next week, the week after next week. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate you guys for joining and chatting. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye and take care. And let me read you the last messages. Let me read the last messages. Susan, you say, I'm sorry, but to go. It's just ending. We're just ending here, so no worries. And thank you for joining. And it's opposite what happened. Built-in speedrun timer, when? We'll see. Bye bye. Take care. I'm avoiding the the timer. But yeah, we'll see. Bye, Mijo. Bye, Nick. Bye, Susan. Bye, Cool Banana. I don't know if you're still here, Godfather, but bye bye. And whomever may still be here too that I haven't mentioned, bye bye.